Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Miss Luana Real Talk. Happy New Year, everyone. That's what I came on here to say. I also, my screen is a little bit messed up here. I don't know what's going down with it. But anyway, it's me, okay? Miss Luana. And I never think about what I'm gonna say until we start. But I do know it is the first day of the year, 2026. And I just want to, I would like to say happy New Year's to all of you. I do know that, I don't know what difference you have experienced this holiday or during the holiday season. It's almost over now, so whatever it is, it's over, you know. But anyway, I want to thank God for being here today, and I thank God that He gives me my health and strength, and He comforts my grief, and He does a lot for me. You know, sometimes you can feel alone, but you got to know that God is with you. If you believe it, He's definitely there, and He see everything we go through. He see the truth, He see the lies, and He see the disappointments and all that, and He will get you over it. A lot of time the world think, oh, well, she's disappointed or he's so disappointed now he ain't going to make it. Or she's so disappointed she ain't going to make it. Well, let me tell you, if you're a child of God and you trust and believe in God, I don't care what you go through. I don't care what you find out. Let's say you might think something real, you find out it's fake. You okay because God is real, and I know I made a decision. I mean, these past holidays from Thanksgiving, I did it solo, and it was okay. Christmas, I did it solo. I even put my dog in daycare, which that was like $150. But still, yet, he had a good time. And I had that time to myself, and that's what we all need, time to ourselves. Simply because sometimes things will keep rolling and rolling, and you don't find time for yourself. And well, you don't have to, you say, okay, I need me some me time. Well, me time ain't all about always going out and getting drunk or whatever. Me time is time to reflect. And that's what I've been doing these last 3 holidays, and I'm still doing up to this day. And I think that's going to be my main thing I do for the rest of this year is reflect. Stop and reflect. Because sometimes things can take you so fast where you don't really have time to think about it before you twist it up. But I just want to say, start reflecting. That's what I'm doing. I'm starting to reflect about, before I give any answers or before I go somewhere, I have to reflect before I can move on. And that's one of my New Year's resolution that I'm gonna keep always, because like the last words my mom said is, Luana, you know how to do it right. So in order to do it right, I need to start reflecting more about what I say or what I'm gonna say or where I'm gonna go or who I'm gonna socialize with. So anyway, I just thank God because God is able to take away the sting out of anything in our life, and it's just a blessing to be here in 2026. I'm 66 years old, and I'm a 1959 baby. A lot of people say, oh, you don't look like you this, and you don't look like you that. Yes, I am this, and I am that. So I'm just grateful that I'm here, all these years, and God have kept me. A lot of people say, you don't look like what you've been through. Yeah, because that's how God keep you. When you trust in God, God will keep you. He will let you go so far into something, but then He'll back you up because God can see the end at the beginning. We see the beginning and we hope that the end up, but endings don't always end up the way we might think. But when you trust in God, you will only go so far, and God will show you things that you need to know. And that's how life get easier when you trust in God about guidance. A lot of people, hey, I ain't here to preach. A lot of people don't even believe in God, but that's them. But I do know that I do because I'd have been through too much, that God brought me through for me to sit up here and say, I don't believe. I do believe, and I know I did something different this year than I ever done before. Like I said, solo for Thanksgiving. I had a nice time for Thanksgiving. I was cooking my food and talking on my face, whatever, TikTok while I'm doing it. And I wasn't having no cooking show, but my little granddaughter said, what? You was in a cooking show, Nana? No, I wasn't. I was just keeping myself company. God gave me that to do, to keep myself company, and it happened. It worked, and then Christmas Day, it was okay because I had okay Christmas Eve because I start reflecting on things, and I start seeing things for what they were. And that make me feel better because, see, a lot of times you go so fast in and you can't see the forest, what they say for the trees. See, I don't know how, you know what I'm saying. That's an old saying. Some of y'all young bucks might not know. Can't see the forest for the trees. I think that's how it goes. But anyway, I really don't have nothing to say, but I'm ready to talk today. And whatever I say, if it ain't real, I ain't going to say it. You know what I mean? Simple as that. But see, that's a problem with a lot of people in the world. They will say anything, and knowing all the time it's not even real. But you have to ask God to give you a discerning spirit. Even when it seems so real, it might not be. I mean, somewhere in the Bible say, let every man be a liar, but let God be true. So I made a final decision that I'm going to believe God. Yes, I can't see him yet. One day I hope to see him. But that's the only thing I think I want to believe without seeing, And everything else in this world, I feel like I'll believe it when I see it. Because you got to protect your heart. You know what I mean? You got to protect your mind. And I think that's what God gave me to do these 3 holidays of solitude. That's what, but I was spending it with him, and I thank God that I have the strength to, and the knowledge to know, when you can't go nowhere else. Everybody can be together, but see, no matter where you are, you're never alone when you believe in God, and sometimes you separate from people. You feel more of a peace to being alone, because when you deal with people, it's a lot going on, and if you want your mind to be clear, I'm only speaking for myself. You don't have to do it. Oh, before I start, look at this little beautiful, beautiful tennis bracelet. Necklace. And guess what? It's my first real tennis necklace, and I can't even put it on. I can't even put it on, y'all, because I have these nails on. So I said, you know what? Forget it. I ain't even gonna try. But I do know I wish all of y'all a happy new year, and I know a friend of mine, Kim Langford, she be talking about Mama Joe's. I'm thinking I might check out Mama Joe's one day because I know she get down with the cooking, you know what I mean? She had some ribs. They were saying something through the screen the other day, when she was making them. And I just, when I feel like going, I'll go. Other than that, I'm going to start reflecting on every step before I take it, because it'll save your heart. It'll save you heartache. It'll save you time. And if things are meant to be, seriously meant to be, God will show you. God will lead you right to it. It don't take 100 years to find out. And that's how I feel now. I feel like I'm not alone. I'm just getting tuned in with God. I wish I could have made it to church last night, but without transportation a lot of times, but in my heart, I know that I can pray to God wherever I'm at. I'm desiring to go to church the next opportunity I get. But last night with the snow coming down, wasn't nobody that I know going in that way. So once again, New Year's Eve, I spent it by myself. But you know what's funny? I fell asleep, folks, and I dozed off. And as soon as I woke up, it was a new year. And that was really touching to me. I just want to say Happy New Year to y'all. And I'm going to just reminisce a little bit. And then I'm going to come back at y'all in a few seconds. And until then, God bless you all. And love who you with. If you can't love who you want to love. Like my people is gone. But I still love the ones that I'm with. The ones that's gone.